All right, so we're diving into something pretty interesting today. Your sources on the link between exercise and success. I have to admit, when I first saw this, I thought it was going to be the usual exercise is good for you stuff. But digging into the research, it's clear there's a lot more to this connection than meets the eye.
It really is fascinating. We often compartmentalize our lives, thinking about physical health and mental sharpness as separate things. But the reality is they're deeply intertwined, especially when it comes to achieving your goals.
Okay, so let's unpack this. One of the first things that jumped out at me was this protein called BDNF. The research calls it brain fertilizer, which is a pretty vivid image. Can you break down exactly what BDNF does and how exercise plays a role?
Absolutely. BDNF stands for brain-derived neurotrophic factor, and it's essentially a key player in neuroplasticity. That's your brain's ability to change and adapt, to form new connections, and even grow new brain cells.
Wait, new brain cells. I thought we were stuck with what we were born with.
That's a common misconception. While it's true that neurogenesis, the formation of new neurons, slows down as we age, it doesn't stop completely. And one of the most effective ways to stimulate this process is through, you guessed it, exercise.
So working out isn't just about building muscles, it's about building a better brain.
Precisely. Increased BDNF levels, which exercise promotes, lead to the creation of new neurons, particularly in a region of the brain called the hippocampus. That's the area responsible for learning and memory formation.
Okay, so how does this translate into real-world success? I'm starting to see the connection here, but help me connect the dots.
Think about it this way. The more neurons you have in your hippocampus and the stronger the connections between them, the better you are at absorbing new information, retaining it, and recalling it when you need it.
That makes a lot of sense. Whether you're trying to learn a new skill, master a presentation, or make strategic decisions, having a sharp memory is crucial.
Boost your journey to success with Mytelin. Are you ready to burn calories, boost your energy, and achieve your goals like never before? Meet Mytelin, the ultimate solution for unlocking your full potential. Mytelin helps your body burn calories efficiently, supporting your journey to a healthier and more productive lifestyle. We're confident you'll love the results. But if you don't notice a difference after 90 days, we'll give you a full refund, no questions asked. Join the community of satisfied users who've experienced the transformative power of Mytelin. Want to learn more? Click the link in the description below or check out the link in our bio. Take the first step toward your best self, risk-free, don't wait. Your success story starts with Mytelin. Try it today.
Exactly. And there's a study from Nature Neuroscience that found a direct link between regular exercise and improved performance on memory and cognitive tests. People who exercise regularly are literally sharpening their mental edge through movement.
Wow, that's compelling evidence. So we've got the fuel BDNF, but what about the engine itself? Does exercise actually impact how different parts of the brain function?
It absolutely does. Studies have shown that physical activity has a significant impact on two key areas: the amygdala and the prefrontal cortex.
Now, to be honest, those sound like something out of a science textbook.
Yeah.
Can you give me the plain English version of what those areas do?
Of course. Think of the amygdala as your brain's alarm system. It's responsible for processing emotions, especially fear and stress, and triggering that fight or flight response.
So when you feel that surge of anxiety or panic, that's your amygdala kicking in.
Exactly. Now, the prefrontal cortex is like the CEO of your brain. It's the command center for executive functions like planning, decision-making, impulse control, and even working memory.
Okay, so we've got the alarm system and the CEO. How does exercise play into this dynamic?
Here's where it gets really interesting. Research has shown that exercise actually helps to regulate the activity of both these areas. It can reduce activity in the amygdala, calming down that fight or flight response, while simultaneously increasing activity in the prefrontal cortex, boosting your executive functions.
So less freaking out, more clear-headed thinking. That sounds pretty beneficial for anyone striving for success.
Yeah.
Especially in high-pressure situations.
Precisely. When your amygdala is overactive, it can hijack your decision-making process, leading to impulsive or irrational choices. But when it's calmed down through exercise, you're able to approach challenges with a clearer, more rational perspective.
And at the same time, you're boosting the part of your brain that's responsible for strategic thinking, planning, and staying focused.
Yeah.
It's like a double whammy for better decision-making.
That's a great way to put it. And think about that clear head feeling you often have after a good workout. It's not just a feeling, it's your brain literally functioning at a higher level thanks to those shifts in activity we just discussed.
This is fascinating. It's like Exercise is giving you a mental upgrade, helping you make smarter decisions under pressure.
It really is, and that's a key ingredient for success in any field. But there's another piece of the puzzle that we can't overlook: creativity. In
Yeah.
today's fast-paced world, being able to think outside the box and generate innovative ideas is absolutely essential. And you know what? Exercise plays a crucial role there too.
I was really surprised by this connection between exercise and creativity. I always thought that creative breakthroughs happen when you were sitting still, maybe lost in thought. But the research suggests otherwise, doesn't it?
It does indeed. There's this fascinating study from Stanford University where researchers had participants either walk or sit for a period of time and then engage in brainstorming sessions. The results were quite striking. Those who had walked, whether indoors or outdoors, generated twice as many creative ideas compared to those who had remained seated.
Twice as many. That's incredible. What's the science behind this creative boost?
Walking seems to enhance what's called divergent thinking. It's that mental flexibility that allows you to explore multiple solutions to a problem, to make connections that you might not have seen before, and to come up with those aha moments.
So instead of hitting a wall when you're trying to come up with a new idea, maybe the answer is to literally hit the pavement, get those legs moving and see what happens.
Exactly. Sometimes the best way to spark those creative breakthroughs is to step away from your desk, get your body moving, and let your mind wander. It's like giving your brain a chance to breathe, to explore new pathways, and to make those unexpected connections that lead to innovation.
I'm definitely going to try that next time I'm feeling stuck. It makes you wonder how many brilliant ideas have been missed because people were too focused on sitting still and concentrating.
It's an interesting thought, isn't it? We tend to associate intense focus with productivity, but sometimes it's the moments of diffuse attention, those times when our minds are allowed to wander freely that lead to the most creative insights. And exercise seems to facilitate that process beautifully.
This all ties in perfectly with the idea of success being about more than just working hard. It's about working smart, recognizing that your physical and mental well-being are deeply interconnected.
Absolutely. We can't neglect our physical health and expect our minds to function at their peak. It's all part of a holistic approach to achieving our goals.
Speaking of the big picture, we've talked about the immediate benefits of exercise: improved memory, enhanced decision-making, a boost in creativity. But what about the long term? Does exercise have any impact on cognitive health as we age? I'm thinking about staying sharp and mentally agile for years to come.
That's a crucial question, and thankfully the research offers some very encouraging answers. There was a long-term study published in Neurology that followed older adults over time and found that those who exercised regularly had a 40% lower risk of developing cognitive decline compared to their more sedentary counterparts.
40%. That's a significant difference.
Yeah.
So staying active isn't just about feeling good in the moment.
Yeah.
It's about protecting your brain for the long haul.
Precisely. Regular exercise is like giving your brain a protective shield against age-related cognitive decline, helping you maintain your mental sharpness and cognitive function regardless of your age.
Okay, so we've established that exercise is basically brain food. It helps us learn better, make smarter decisions, unlock our creative potential, and even protect our cognitive health as we age. That's all incredibly motivating. But I think the biggest hurdle for most people, myself included sometimes, is finding the time to actually make exercise a consistent part of their lives.
I understand that concern completely. We live in a fast-paced world and everyone's busy juggling multiple demands. But here's the good news. You don't need to train for a marathon or spend hours at the gym every day to reap these incredible benefits.
That's reassuring to hear. So what's the magic number? What kind of exercise are we talking about?
Research suggests that even just 20 to 30 minutes of moderate intensity exercise, like brisk walking, cycling, swimming, or even dancing, can have a significant impact on your brain power.
That feels much more manageable. I think a lot of people get intimidated by the idea that they have to do these intense workouts to see any benefit.
It's a common misconception. The key here is consistency over intensity. Making movement a regular part of your routine, even if it's just for a short period each day, will yield far greater results over time than sporadic bursts of intense activity.
Consistency over intensity. I like that. Any practical tips for making this happen? Because I think we've all been there telling ourselves we're going to exercise more, but then life gets in the way.
Absolutely. It's all about finding ways to integrate movement into your existing routine, rather than trying to create a separate time slot for exercise that might be difficult to maintain. Could you take a brisk walk during your lunch break? Could you park a little further away from your destination and walk the rest of the way? Could you take the stairs instead of the elevator? Could you do some light stretching or yoga first thing in the morning?
Those are all great suggestions. It's about making small, sustainable changes that add up over time.
Exactly. And you might be surprised at how quickly these small changes become ingrained in your routine. Once you start experiencing the positive effects of regular exercise on your mood, your energy levels, and your mental clarity, it becomes much easier to stay motivated.
It's like that feeling of accomplishment you get after a workout starts to spill over into other areas of your life, making you feel more capable and confident in tackling whatever challenges come your way.
That's a great way to put it. It's about creating a positive feedback loop where exercise fuels your success, and your success in turn fuels your commitment to staying active.
We've covered a lot of ground today, exploring the multifaceted ways in which exercise can boost your brain power and enhance your chances of success. I'm curious what's resonated most with you from this deep dive. What stood out as particularly insightful or impactful?
What's really fascinating to me is how exercise seems to create this positive feedback loop in the brain. We've talked about how exercise increases blood flow, delivers vital nutrients, and boosts BDNF, all of which support brain health and function.
Right, those are the foundational elements that we've been discussing.
But then as your brain becomes healthier and functions more efficiently, you're more likely to make better decisions, think more creatively, and stay mentally sharp over time. And those positive outcomes, in turn, motivate you to keep exercising further, enhancing your brain power.
So it's like a self-reinforcing cycle. Exercise leads to better brain function, which then motivates you to continue exercising, which leads to even better brain function, and so on. It's an upward spiral of positive change, all stemming from the simple act of moving your body.
Exactly. It's a powerful reminder that taking care of our physical health is an investment in our mental well-being and ultimately in our overall success in life.
It really is amazing how much control we have over our own cognitive destinies. It's not just about genetics or luck. It's about making choices that support both our physical and mental well-being.
It is empowering, isn't it? We have this incredible capacity to shape our brains and our lives through simple, everyday actions.
You know, this all reminds me of that old saying, a sound mind in a sound body. It's more than just a catchy phrase. It's backed by solid science.
Absolutely. And as we delve deeper into understanding the brain-body connection, it becomes increasingly clear that taking care of our physical health is non-negotiable for achieving true success.
It's not just about vanity or fitting into a certain size. It's about optimizing our mental capacity, our resilience, our ability to thrive in a world that demands so much from us.
It's about investing in ourselves, both physically and mentally, so we can show up as our best selves in every aspect of our lives.
And what's so inspiring about this is that it's something within everyone's reach. You don't need fancy equipment or expensive gym memberships. You just need to make the commitment to move your body in ways that feel good for you.
Exactly. Whether it's dancing, hiking, swimming, playing a sport, or simply taking a walk in nature. Find what brings you joy and make it a part of your routine.
And remember, it's not about perfection. It's about progress.
Some days you'll have more time and energy than others, and that's okay. The key is to keep showing up for yourself, even if it's just for a few minutes at a time.
Because as we've seen from the research, those small, consistent actions will compound over time, leading to incredible results.
And who knows? You might just discover that moving your body unlocks not only mental clarity and focus, but also a deeper sense of well-being and fulfillment.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the fascinating connection between exercise and success, I want to leave you with this final thought. If you're looking for a way to boost your success in any area of your life, start by moving your body. You might be surprised at how much your mind benefits.